We three kings from Orient are, bearing gifts in traveling afar. DC here, hi guys. Well, today is the day of the Magi. In German we call it Drei Königstage. Or actually, I remember when I was a child, we used to call it Little Christmas. So the 6th of January. Here in Europe, actually, we buy some bread. Usually it's a series of little breads that are stuck together to make some type of a crown. And you would have in there a little statuette or something, usually in plastic, that looks like a king. And of course you have a little crown that comes with it. And each person takes his little piece of bread, and whoever, of course, gets the crown is king of the day. Well, we did that at work, actually, at the break today. And for once in my life, I actually got the crown. Well, kind of nice. Hope it's not the only good thing that happens to me this year. Anyway, well, that's just one little thing, about traditions in Europe. It's a big thing here. Well, a big thing. It's a big family thing. For years, in France and so on, bakers have competed, like who would make the most fanciest drei Königskuchen, which basically would mean a three kings cake or whatever. But like I say, it's mostly bread. And it's quite cool because one of the traditions is that you put the smallest person in the family, so it's not the smallest, sorry, the youngest person in the family, he goes under the table, and then he states who should take his piece of bread. So that's actually the way the lottery works. And then whoever then takes his piece of bread can choose a particular piece of bread. There's different variants. Yeah, so you see, this is one little bit of, I don't know if you call it trivia or parties or family events that go on here. It brings me on to a little thing that I was reading yesterday on the online version of Christianity Today, and it was something about the Amish, and I found it quite interesting because when I'm going to turn around actually from here, getting too close to the work spot, so I don't want to actually be seen vlogging. So to get back to what I was saying, is that about the Amish, is that the question was, cooperation versus competition. And I found that very, very interesting in a way, because competition means that there's going to be a loser, there's going to be a winner. But actually, I would say in Amish theology, if we can call it that way, that was the word that I just said. There's going to be a loser. And basically the idea is there should be win-win situations. There should not be a loser. And by following that, actually you come up to the point where cooperation, of course, should be put ahead of competition. Some people are coming behind me here right now. Just let them go by. Yeah, joggers. Yeah, okay. So, different people over lunch going jogging. Yeah, so the question was, actually, I was saying this was cooperation versus competition, and I was thinking about today's workplace, and that is actually something that of course, as you all know, anybody who's on the job market, is that we do preach cooperation, but very often we teach competition. You pit groups against each other, challenge for resources. Just the evaluation process that you have over the year actually puts one against the other. So that's also, who's going to get the best bonus? As you can see where I'm getting at. And finally, it's talking about today's world, is that are we actually going more and more into this competition? I mean, we are, aren't we? When we could be actually doing something more like cooperation. It doesn't seem to be the case now, does it? Okay. So yeah, that was just my little rant for this moment. Going off from, you know, choosing the cakes, finding a winner. At least in the advantage actually with the Magi bread that I was talking about is everybody gets his piece of bread and they're all the same size. So there is an advantage there. But yeah, I mean, you really do see where I'm getting at actually, is that we could all be at an advantage if we were working in a situation where there would be more cooperation and having one goal in mind. Does that mean that competition is out? Well, as far as I'm concerned, actually competition could be out, I think. I mean, there really shouldn't be winners and losers in this world. I think there should only be winners. And the thing is that if there was only winners, nice philosophy here, not very applicable, but if there was only winners, you could actually choose on what you want and what you don't want. Yeah, you know, it's one of these vlogs where I'm just walking along and just saying anything, and then after, actually, as I'm going along, I'm saying, well, you know, it makes nice theoretical sense, not much practical sense, I'm afraid, at least not in today's world. Anyway, that'll be DC signing off for a lunch break vlog. Take care. So these are the type of bread that you see and would actually have a crown that would go on top of it. So here is what I was telling you about these bread that you can buy, and you see there's a crown that comes with it, and only one person is the king or the queen. So that's how it is. I guess I'll be signing off then in the train station. Take care. Okay guys, just to finish off the cycle that I started. So you see, this is the bread that I was talking about with its crown on top, and this little person actually it came in a bag representing the Magi, and what you see there is one that comes from another piece of bread. That's one of these little plastic kings that are somewhere hidden in today's bread, and the person who finds it is king of the day. Well, that's it. So Mrs. DC is queen of the day.